Simon, let's talk about Virgil van Dijk firstly. How big a miss is he going to be?
Enormous. Maybe not quite as big as Liverpool have missed him to some degree, because it's one of the strong positions in the Dutch national team at the moment. They're quite well stocked at centre half. They played Turkey in a recent friendly and lost quite heavily, but some of the replacements were actually unavailable for that game. But you know, they've got Stefan de Vrij, who's just won the Serie A with Inter Milan and has been integral to their season. A really, really top experienced performer in European competition. And Matthijs de Ligt, who I'm sure everybody knows, who is actually the second most expensive defender in the world behind Virgil van Dijk. Still such a young player. Had a difficult season with Juventus. But, you know, they have got good players in backup. I think it'd be more off the pitch that they'll miss Van Dijk, really, and the guidance that he gives and the leadership, because those players that I mentioned there are not the same characters and personalities as Virgil van Dijk. But let's be realistic. A player of that quality, any nation would miss. So I think it changes potentially the shape of the team as well. I think Frank de Boer was thinking about playing a back three at one point, which obviously would have been Virgil van Dijk would have been key in that. So we'll see. But I mean, the fundamental issue is he's a world-class player who will be missed. But they do have top-class players in that area of the pitch, providing they don't get injured or suspended as well.
Yeah, got to throw in Harry Maguire's name as well because he was £80 million.
Oh,
and
sorry,
then
yes,
it's Van Dijk.
sorry.
And then it's Matthijs de Ligt. Roshane, I mean, it's one thing to have plenty of stock in a certain position, but it's another thing entirely when you're talking about the caliber, the quality of Virgil van Dijk, which is why he is arguably the best in the world at what he does.
I definitely agree. That's why when he suffered that knee injury, a lot of fans were like, oh no, please be fine. Please don't be ruled out for the rest of the season. And ultimately the worst case scenario happened. And just touching on what Simon said earlier in terms of like backup and personnel, you got, as you mentioned, Stefan de Vrij, who won the Serie A with Inter Milan. You got Nathan Ake as well, who won the Premier League title with Man City. So it's good to have, you know, players like that who are coming to the tournament with experience of winning stuff. So Virgil van Dijk could be a hugely important miss for that team in terms of like the leadership he brings, helping younger players. But it's good to have personnel that can come in, and they won't have the same impact in my opinion, but it's solid backups nonetheless. In the last 3 matches that Holland have played, they played a back four with Stefan de Vrij and Matthijs de Ligt playing together, and I believe it was against Bosnia and Herzegovina. Frank de Boer opted to play Stefan and Matthijs together to see how that works. So we're trying different ways to see how we can function, but it's good to have personnel like that you can slot in and, you know, do the job.